Ah, the ancient ring. No. Hello, my name's Fox Knight, and I'm Fox, and I saw I saw with my family actually today. Shang-Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings. Not gonna lie, out of all the Marvel movies that have come out since, the beginning of the Marvel movies, this was the only one that I was just like, eh. I guess Guardians was probably another one that I was just like, okay, I don't know. I think that one I felt more for. This one, like Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, I'm like, I don't really know if I kind of, was like, I don't think I was really excited for this one. Especially because I just came off of playing, because maybe you'll see it soon, hopefully. I started playing some Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and it just, I don't know if I'll do a full playthrough. I'm just having kind of fun with it. And I was kind of getting in a Marvel mood. And Shang-Chi, I saw the trailers for it, and I'm like, it looks okay. Honestly, the Eternals, which I really hope I do hope the Eternals is going to be good. I have more hype for. Hell, let's put it this way: when Shang-Chi, when that commercial came on, I'm just like, okay. I really don't know much about Shang-Chi. I guess he's the son of the Mandarin. I like the actual Mandarin because the Mandarin appears in this, or at least the one in Iron Man 3. He's the kid of the Mandarin. The 10 rings that the Mandarin has on his fingers, they made into these bracelets and dragon's rings, and I love the fighting in this is actually pretty good. The combat with the how he uses the rings and all this stuff, it's friggin' badass. I actually really love that. That was actually really cool. Shang-Chi, the thing was kind of cool. This was a pretty good movie. It's a good action movie. I me alone watching it. I'm I enjoyed it. It was fun. There was obvious twists. I'm like, okay, whatever. I kind of saw coming. It was fun. This feels very much like that. How each movie has their own. Like I said before, how each Marvel movie has their own theme kind of going on. Captain America, Black Widow, or spy movies or American spy movies. You have. Spider-Man, which is the coming-of-age story movies. You have Thor, which used to be the fantasy ones, but now are more the what is it? The guy Flash Gordon kind of things. But yeah, it's each there's different versions, different stories that are kind of pulled into this Marvel thing, and I like that. Shang-Chi is kind of that kung fu movie kind of thing. I'd say kind of that Jackie Chan kung fu kind of movie. I want to say where it's there's obviously the combat, but then it's also very fun and energetic kind of way of doing it, and it's really cool, and I really liked it. My only but to me it was just kind of okay. Iconic wise, again, Spider-Man, boom, suit, you can immediately think that. Captain America, shield, there's all these different things that you could pull from each different one. Iron Man, Thor, and all this stuff. For me, Shang-Chi, design wise, it's red shirt. Okay. I do love, I don't know if it's unintentional, but he has this orange jacket with blue sleeves that's very Goku-esque, and then eventually, at one point, I'm gonna call her Sishu, because that's all I know her from. She says, "Oh yeah, you did this Kamehameha blast at one point," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of cool." The story of it is, if you ever seen Castlevania, the anime Castlevania on Netflix, it's kind of that, it's kind of that mixed with, I don't know how to say it, but Shang-Chi is the idea of this kid grows up, the mom's very nice, dad is an immortal overlord who's been alive for hundreds of years. I think 1,000 years. I think 1,000 years is his whole thing. Which there is a cool scene where he fights these old men for this. There's a group of these magic people, and he's look, and there's a really old guy, and he's like, "Look here, young man," and I'm like, Yeah, that's cool. um, it's cool. Again, I like it. Like, it's a cool fantasy, like, kung fu movie kind of thing. It has that, like, old Chinese, like, it has that, Chinese, like, kung fu thing. The best thing I can describe is, like, if anyone, like, one of my favorite levels in Sly 3, Sly Cooper of the game, Sly 3, is the one where you get the Panda King to join your crew, your gang, the Cooper gang, and, that entire level is kind of really awesome. There's the last fight scene where it's basically like a Chinese movie where, like, you know, fighting, jumping across like bamboo stocks, like using chi and stuff. Like, it's kind of like that. Like, that's what this is what this movie kind of is. Obviously mixed in with a little bit of superheroism, I guess, but yeah, like, it's cool. And like I like the references that are coming. Like, one, Abomination is in, at least I believe that's Abomination, which. Isn't he in the first Hulk movie? Is that Hulk movie not part of the MCU anymore? I actually want to know if that's the case or not, because I thought it always was, because that's, I think, when they really first brought in Shield, and then, like, if you go on like Disney Plus, it's not there. So I don't know if they're just erasing that from the MCU. I don't know, but. Yeah, and, like, again, like, stuff with the Shang-Chi stuff, it's really cool, like, using the 10 rings, like, how the dad fights with them, like, how it kind of gets a little dark at some points. I'm like, that's cool. Although, I will say, though, there are points where the dad, like, because, like, how they fight with the 10 rings kind of looks like when they punch, and then, like, the rings go on, they destroy shit, and, like, increase your power or whatever. There are bits where he punches all 10 rings to, like, attack things, and all I'm thinking is, stab him! Stop him! Stop him now! Stop him now! There's big, or there's bits where the bad guys, because the bad guys are fighting like Shang-Chi and all these other guys, or these evil, or not evil, these magic people, and they're using like hook blades, but like they have electrical things on to make them sci-fi and like shoot, or they have like crossbows, but they shoot like these things that wrap around and electrocute you. So, I just kept thinking back to the currently right now the newest Hell of a Boss episode where they fight the what is it, the people trying to find the demons, like they're just introducing those demon hunters, the dorks, I think it is dorks, and I just kept thinking back to that. It's like, why do we only use weapons from the Japanese Edo period?
Why are we only using weapons from Japan's Edo period?
Hey! The Edo period was badass, and you know it!
Damn it, you're right.
Because that Edo period was cool. He's like, you're right. Like, that is pretty much the entire gang of the Ten Rings, which is the organization that Shang-Chi and his sister come from, and their dad rules. Also, again, like, the whole Castlevania thing, like, the dad, like, basically was growing old with, like, put the rings down, grew old with her family. It's like, yes, I'm going to live my life with my family, you know, grow old and die with them. Mom dies because of his past catching up with him, and he's like, well, time to kill the world. I want to raise my son to be a killer. He becomes a killer. My daughter, no, because it reminds me too much of it, and she trains whatever. It is cool. I know, already watching the movie, though, I'm looking at it, I'm like, alright, I can already see all the places that people are going to get pissed off. Like, oh, she trained by herself, and she made herself better than the boy. Oh, like, I already know there's going to be those people like, oh, there's... My only issues with this movie are, the voice actress who voices Shisu in Raya. I'm sure she's a nice person. I don't know, for me, her comedy really doesn't hit all that well for me. I don't know why. Not saying it's not, like, it's not bad. It's not saying it's bad or anything. It's just, I don't know, it for me personally, it never really got two big laughs out of me. And I will say too, even like in Raya, again, nothing against her, but like even in Raya, like she wasn't the like biggest like thing that gave laughs, or like the like she's cool, and I kind of like the Chinese mythology being brought in with dragons having connections to water, like something like in Rhea, where you have, the dragons running on top of water, stuff like that. And even in this one, like, the magic land that wherever it is, like, it's shown through, like, a map of water through bamboo, or when, at one point, there's a kaiju battle, which I'm like, hell yeah! I'm like, hell yeah, I love this! And it's like a kaiju battle against, like, this demon Cthulhu thing, and I'm like, I love the design of the bad guy, and I love the design of the good dragon, and, like, them fighting, and, like, the dragon, like, whips across the water, makes water clones come out and fight, and it's really badass. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, like, watching this, show, or movie, it's cool, it's fun, like, it's cool seeing all this. Like, there's references, like, with Juan coming in from Doctor Strange. There's cool things like wherever Shang-Chi's, like, mother comes from, which is the magical land where the dragon is and all the magical creatures. Like, how you get to there is a portal, but the portal also kind of resembles Doctor Strange's, like, sling rings, but instead of, like, how sling rings are kind of like firecracker or fire spinning around, there's this water, and I'm like, I wonder if there's gonna be, like, a cool connection between those. And, like, Juan, you see appear, pops into this, and it seems like Doctor Strange and, like, Juan are gonna kind of be the new Iron Man, in a sense. Not so much that they're gonna take over, but, like, they're gonna kind of be the connecting factor for what's to come. Like, again, obviously you have Juan with this. You have Doctor Strange dealing with Spider-Man and that multiverse as well, dealing with the multiverse as well. And I think it's leading up to the multiverse happening and maybe even Secret Wars, who knows. But it's cool seeing all these little things happen. But yeah, like, this movie was really good, and, like, it has callbacks again. Like, they bring up the Mandarin, even, like, the guy who plays him comes back in. At one point, I thought they were saying, "Oh, the guy with the 10 rings is actually the Mandarin." I'm like, is that the same actor? And it's like, "Oh, no, it's not." Like, I'm bad with actors' faces, so but yeah, it's not. They actually bring Trevor back, and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. I actually haven't seen the short that has Trevor in it. I guess maybe that was gonna allude to Shang-Chi. I don't know, but I know there's also another one, like, on Disney Plus or something, But yeah, like, the movie's fun. It's cool. Like, I like how they use the rings again for the combat. Like, when, like, the dad uses it, it's, like, blue, but, like, has, like, this crackling energy. But when Shang-Chi uses it, it's Shang-Chi. Like, turns golden and, like, stuff like that. Like, it goes on the arms. And I feel like it gets a little bit more iconic when he has the rings on his arm with the gold and the red. But out of all the superheroes, like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, Black Widow, she has, I think, a more iconic look than Shang-Chi does. And I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe it's just because it's red on red, and then with the gold band, it does look a lot better. I will say that. His outfit and everything. But other than that, it's like, I was like, I don't really know if I really care. I like the actor. He's cool. Again, the Shisu girl, or actress, she eventually does get better, especially when, like, she starts actually doing action stuff with, like, bow and arrow and shooting arrows, stuff like that. She does have some funny moments. I like that, like, she's, like, a really good driver. I'm like, alright, you give her some skills that, like, the other two don't have. It's something I did guess, like, was, like, the necklace that the brother and sister had, Shang-Chi and his sister had. I'm like, those look like dragon eyes. And, like, yeah, it turns out, yes, they are. I like the maze that leads to the town, that leads to, like, the mystical land. The dad was kind of cool with, like, the power stuff like that. But I am something like watching, like, I've seen Castlevania, and I think Castlevania did this a little bit better, but I kind of like the dad. I like the when it got a little bit darker there. I think it was, like, this is the one Marvel movie that has, like, the most cursing in it. And I do feel also that Shisu's voice actress, she ad-libbed a lot of it. There are some cool callbacks, and some funny parts where she says, "Oh yeah, once I saved Sean from getting attacked by singing Hotel California, and I'm like, that is a good song. And eventually she says it. That brings up later on. Like, she starts singing it again in front of one of these like I want to say ninjas, but that's Japan. But yeah, like one of these soldiers, and like it confuses them for a minute, or like at the very end where they start singing it together with one. I'm like, okay, that's funny. And like, there's some good laughs. Although I will say, I think the funniest laugh I got was when the what was it? The bad guys? Yes, handsome. How may I help you? He says, "Come here, handsome. Come here, handsome. Come here. 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 Come here." But what? No. Answer sleeping with me. He's always sleeping with me, actually. Come here. Come. Come. Come here. Come here. Sit. Hey. Sit. Sorry, back. But, yeah, like, I'm trying to think. I just totally lost where I was. But, yeah, Shang-Chi was pretty badass. I liked it. The fighting was cool. Again, iconic-wise, it was okay. Iconic-wise, of his suit and everything, I'm like, alright, I would rather see a movie of Spider-Man, but this is a pretty good one. This was pretty good. It'd be cool if he had a more iconic outfit, but he doesn't. Like, I hate to bring, I don't really hate to bring up Iron Fist, but like, even though the show, it really didn't have much of the outro of it, but like, you know, some outfit that looked more super heroic. But even this is a cool show. This is a cool one. I liked it. I can't wait for the Eternals. That one looks really damn good. That one has like way more superpowers. So I like the kung fu. I like the fighting. Shisu's actress was, again, whether the jokes land or not, she was pretty good, especially towards the end. The effect, everything that happened, I liked it. It was pretty fun. Tell me anything else below. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully you watch the movie. And also, I believe like the 10 rings are going to connect back to the Eternals, because they said, oh, these rings are ancient and much older, and like, are they from aliens or whatever? And like, no, this is much older than anything we've seen before. And I'm pretty sure it's connected back to the Eternals and all that stuff. So, but anyways, thanks for watching. For good videos, hopefully you enjoy this, and we will see you later. What was that, Jazz? Say it louder. Louder. Louder.